Hi, welcome back to the Barley Lads. I'm Bryce, and this is Zane. And today we are going to do a comparison between the St. Augustine Straight Florida Bourbon and the St. Augustine Straight Florida Bourbon finished in port barrel.
So the mash bills are the same on these two. It's going to be 60% corn, 22% barley, and 18% wheat. All of the corn and wheat are all coming from the state of Florida. St. Augustine is proud of that fact. They also do all of their own mashing, distilling, fermenting, distilling, barreling, aging, and bottling all on site. There is also a third bourbon that they produce, and Bryce was able to sample that. You want to talk about the Saint?
Yeah, so as Zane was saying, they have a third bourbon offering. They call it the Saint. It is the most expensive one that they're offering for sale at this point. It's about $200. It's a little too rich for our blood at this point, but so that's why we don't have it here. So if you want more information on that and you're interested in trying it, you'll have to visit the distillery.
Yeah.
And but you can find the information on the website. I did have a chance to try it. They offered neat tastings of all three, and it is extremely smooth, the smoothest of the line. But I would highly recommend it.
Yeah. So we are able to try the port finished bourbon because Bryce's father-in-law Jim bought this bottle when they were down there together, and he's letting us sample it for the comparison, as well as the review that we will be posting at some point, or probably before this. So let's go ahead and start with the bourbons, the Florida Straight Bourbon. Both of these are going to be aged 3 years. The difference is going to be with the port finished. It's going to get an extra 3 to 6 months in port barrels from the San Sebastian winery, which is also in St. Augustine. Bryce also did a tour of that very recently and came back with quite a few bottles, so it must be some good stuff. So what are you getting?
So immediately for me, I get Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah, I'm definitely picking up the cinnamon.
I really get a lot of toastiness, really warm, kind of rich brown sugar scent.
Mm-hmm. I get cereal grains. Probably why you're picking up the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Cinnamon and cereal grains, you definitely, yeah. I don't recommend pouring this on a Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but, mm-hmm. I get some of the same notes on the tasting. Heavy brown sugar. Again, that dark color from those hot Florida summers. Yeah. What about you?
Makes me wish I was still in Florida.
Bryce gets lost in his thoughts sometimes. It's also why I wore this shirt. He was very proud of it.
It's my shark shirt.
Shark shirt. Not your shirt shirt.
Correction. Not my shark shirt. My shark.
Yes.
With a K.
Shirt with sharks.
After tonight. I don't know.
This is also the 6th video we shot today, so if we're getting a little silly, we apologize. But
yeah, it's not a bad way to spend an evening.
Well, I'm going to move on to the port. So, just like the review, the port influence is predominant, especially on the nose. Have you ever had a port wine?
Yes. I actually, when I was in St. Augustine, I tried the port that this was aged in.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I wish I would have grabbed a bottle of it. I don't know why I didn't think of that until just now.
Yeah. Might be easier to get the port online and shipped up here than certainly the whiskey. Ohio, it has some terrible liquor laws where we can't purchase things outside of the state of Ohio and have it shipped in, but hopefully that might be changing in the future. DeWine, looking at you, buddy.
So interestingly enough, this port finished bourbon, this is now the third time I've tried it, and it tastes slightly different to me every single time. And I don't know if it's because of the different things I've tried before it, screwing with my palate somehow, but it's always interesting to me how on different days you get a few different flavors. Like for this, today, I'm really getting a lot of the port flavors. And before when I tried it, I was getting just a ton of burn. Granted, it is 102 proof versus the, what have we got, 88 proof?
Yep.
So it's just very interesting to me. But so port finished bourbon is also kind of one of my favorites. I have another bourbon that I really like. We'll probably do a review on it, but it's a port finished one.
No, the rye. The dark rye?
Yeah, sorry, it's not a bourbon.
Yeah.
The dark rye, but it's port finished rye. It's
Basil
so good.
Hayden dark rye. If you have it, I'm sure you enjoyed it. If you haven't, check it out. It does have actual port in it, in the rye, so it is a little different as opposed to a port finished, but it is delicious. So yeah, we will certainly be doing a review of that because it's good. But yeah, so comparing the two though, now I don't know if you can pick it up in the video or even just comparing the two, but the port is slightly darker. Again, pulling those colors from the wood itself, from the port. The port barrels, and obviously with the higher proof, so it's not as watered down. I'm not going to say 88% is or 88 proof is watered down by any means, but certainly you're getting more color because there's just more whiskey there. So,
do you know? Is the port at cask strength, or is it?
Are you asking if they watered down the port when they barrel it?
When they barrel it,
that's a fantastic question. Okay,
no.
San Sebastian Winery. If you ever watch this video or any other winery, can you please let us know whether or not you water down your wines after they're in the barrel? My thought is that they're not because it's not distilled. Wines are not distilled, so. But if they're trying to get the same flavor from bottling to bottling, they would probably have to water it down at some point because you're going to have different varying ABVs depending on how it ferments and how long it's aged, where it's been aged. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know if it has any influence on this per se, but it's a darn good whiskey, certainly. Now there are arguments to be made that this is no longer bourbon after it's been pulled out of new oak. I somewhat disagree with that. I think you can finish a bourbon and still call it a bourbon. Probably because I really enjoy Irish and Scotch whiskeys that are made in all sorts of used barrels and things like that. Regardless, in my opinion, though, these are two quality products. They are a little expensive for the age, but you kind of expect that being from a micro distillery. But again, it's not just price. It's not priced high to be priced high. It is a quality product. They are sourcing locally, so you're paying for that. And it is. They're both good quality products, and I like that they're pulling their barrels from just across the street, or pretty close to across the street. So, you have any other thoughts?
No. Not at this time.
All right. Well, thank you for watching another episode from the Barley Lads. This has been our first been our first comparison video. So please let us know what you think. Like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell to find out when we are posting new videos. And hopefully you've enjoyed this one. Cheers.
Cheers.